Hello and welcome to Will Watches. This is Top Gun Maverick. So I really enjoyed the first, and of course I've heard amazing things about this. I've heard it is one of the best movies of the year. Just kind of real, simple, pure blockbuster cinema filmmaking. I've heard it's really good. I'm really excited to see where Maverick is now in his life. This is like 30 or so years later. I'm imagining it's kind of in real time compared to the last film. So there's a lot of catching up to do. What has he been doing since then? Has he been an instructor on the Top Gun program? That's where the last film left off, so I'm wondering if that is where it picks up. And of course I want to see where the relationship with Charlie went. And there's Val Kilmer, who played Iceman, and in real life he's lost his voice now, but I know they did this AI recreation of his voice. I don't know how big a role he will play in this. And then of course we have some newcomers: Miles Teller, Glenn Powell, some real big actors. I'm really excited to see what Miles Teller brings to this as well. So before we jump into this, be sure to check out the Patreon. Over there you can find 1 week early access. You can also find polls so you can vote for what's next, and you can find a full-length timer-based version of this where you can sync up real footage and just watch along with me. So yeah, let's just jump right in. Oh, of course, they're bringing the music back. They've got it's so iconic in the last one. Highway to the Danger Zone, Take My Breath Away, yeah. And I know there's the infamous volleyball scene again, that they do another volleyball scene in this. And people are going feral over it, over Miles Teller shirtless with his stash as well. Yeah, he's got his stash. Yeah, this is almost the exact same opening as before. I'm just I didn't turn on the wrong film, did I? I'm really excited to see the action in this as well. You know, bringing these dogfights in with a bit more kind of modern filmmaking, with a huge budget again. Oh, Lady Gaga did some music for this. Hans Zimmer as well. Oh, he's just leaving out of a trailer? Or it is in an airfield, okay, yeah. I was wondering, where is he in life? Okay, yeah, he looks like he's quite successful, but they could have done the thing where maybe he wasn't, Of course, yeah, him and Goose. Yeah, I wonder if Goose's wife and kid will come into this. Okay, there's Miles Teller. Is Miles Teller Maverick's son? Or maybe even Goose's son? Or is Goose's son Glenn Powell? Because he was blonde, that might make more sense for it to be Glenn Powell. Got the shades. Gotta get the shades. Of course, again, yeah, on his motorbike. Bringing the theme in as well, yeah. You gotta love when they bring in the old school themes. It's just so nostalgic, pulling on those heartstrings, especially if they play it during an emotional moment or something.
Mach 10. Let's give Mach 10.
So they're testing out new aircraft to try and reach Mach 10. And yeah, of course, his body needs to be in perfect physical shape with all the G-forces. So he isn't actually a instructor or anything here.
Remember, the contract threshold is Mach 10. Not 10.1, not 10.2, Mach 10.
So he's going to reach for 11 or something then, isn't he?
Control, this is Dark Star. How do you read?
His uniform, it looks more like a spacesuit at this point, doesn't it? And do the helmets, he's got the lights in the helmets, is that an actual thing they have, or is that just for the camera so we can see his face? Because I feel like that would be distracting, having the light around you.
You know what happens to you if you go through with this.
Oh, is he putting his career on the line a bit? Yeah, they're being shut down anyway. This is their last chance. Oh yeah, right over his head. The roof flew off a bit there as well.
Darkstar, you are cleared above 6-0.
Yeah, of course, all of the cinematography's great. So correct me if I'm wrong, but each Mach is the speed of sound, right? So Mach 10 is 10 times the speed of sound, is that right? That might be wrong. That sounds very fast.
Ordering that we bring her down.
Yeah, it's flaking, yeah. Okay, he's already in the 7s. Oh, that's a sick shot. Yeah, it just looking so tiny, going across the screen like that.
Feeling good.
suddenly got very sentimental, hasn't it?
He's the fastest man alive.
Oh, he's turning. Well, that would slow him down a bit. Oh, that's a great shot, yeah. With the sunrise as well.
Talk to me, Goose.
Oh, of course, yeah. It's Goose as well, talking about Goose. Oh, you can see the air resistance, the friction, like starting to burn stuff up, starting to glow. You can just tell this is a Hans Zimmer track, can't you? He's starting to struggle a bit. That previous scene, that felt like a scene that should be like towards the end of the movie, how like emotional it was and everything. Him like pushing for this Mach 10, but maybe he won't reach Mach 10 here, and by the end of the film he will. Mach 10! There we go, Mach 10. Okay, so the program's still fine. But is something still gonna go wrong? Oh, he's still gonna push it, isn't he?
Just a little.
But it seems like the plane has settled a bit, you know?
Maverick!
And they just lose all communication, wow. It looks like almost a meteor strike or something, yeah. So the military couldn't even track where he crashed. Notice the aspect ratio has changed again. It was bigger, maybe that was like the IMAX format, and this is just widescreen. So there's gonna have some big IMAX moments.
You should be at least a 2-star admiral by now, if not a senator.
But he doesn't want that job though. He doesn't want to be a senator, does he?
One day, sooner than later, they won't need pilots at all. Pilots that need to sleep, eat, take a piss.
Yeah, it's all just drones.
Pilots that disobey orders. All you did was buy some time for those men out there.
But there's still someone piloting it, even if they're not in the cockpit. They can still disobey orders, you know. I don't know if I'd trust an AI-operated plane or anything.
For reasons known only to the Almighty and your guardian angel.
They want him on Top Gun teaching.
You've been called back to Top Gun.
Yeah, of course. It's kind of a similar setup, you know, the reluctant senior offering him Top Gun.
The uranium produced there represents a direct threat to our allies in the region. The Pentagon has tasked us with assembling a strike team and taking it out before it becomes fully operational.
Okay, so like, just like the first film, they just kind of keep it ambiguous who the villain is. They just said like, oh, it's just this nuclear threat that's threatening some of our allies.
Can it be done or not?
How soon before the plant becomes operational?
3 weeks, maybe less.
Well, it's been...
So he's only got 3 weeks to get it sorted.
I'm not sure who I trust to fly the other 3, but I'll find a way to make it work.
I think you misunderstand, Captain.
Yeah, he's just a teacher.
They'll fly the mission.
Oh, trying to see what his call sign was there.
Bradley Bradshaw, a.k.a. Rooster.
Rooster.
Fly with his old man. What was his call sign?
Goose and Rooster, okay.
Captain Mitchell was cleared of any wrongdoing. Goose's death was an accident.
Is that how you see it, Captain?
But is that how Rooster sees it?
You were a Top Gun instructor before.
That was almost 30 years ago. I lasted 2 months. It's not where I belong.
So he was only a tutor for 2 months, wow. I mean, the kind of reluctant tutor who eventually, like, starts to love teaching and love his students. That's such a great trope, isn't it? Is he gonna eventually have to end up being part of the mission? Or maybe he wants to be part of the mission but has to learn to step to the side?
I think this is it.
Come on, Pete. You've been saying that as long as I've known you.
Yeah, I'm surprised. So Charlie isn't in this, and it's Penny. I don't remember Penny being in the first, but it has been like 2 months since I watched that, but I don't remember Penny at all. So they're not going with Charlie, which is surprising considering how much of the first film was actually focused on their romance. That was a big surprise when I watched that. I wonder if romance will be a big thing in this as well between him and Penny now. But it seems like they have some history anyway.
Much appreciated, pal.
Oh, does that mean the round's on him?
Here I thought we were special, Coyote. Turns out, the invite went to anyone.
Oh yeah, in the first one, there weren't any female pilots, were there? On the Top Gun program.
What do they call you?
Bob?
No, your call sign.
Bob.
His cool name is just Bob as well. Okay. He's got to have a moment later where he proves himself or something, doesn't he? That's funny, you know, Maverick getting to observe his future students a bit there without them actually knowing that he is a teacher.
Hangman, you look good.
They've got a bit of a rivalry.
I am good, Rooster. And which one of y'all has what it takes to follow me?
Yeah, so he's real cocky. You can kind of see a bit of a mirror to Maverick there a bit, I guess.
That's Harvard, Yale, Omaha. Shit, that's Fritz.
What the hell kind of mission is this?
Yeah, they're bringing in the best of the best, so they know it's something big. Was that what Goose played on the piano at one point? I remember him playing the piano. I can't remember if that was what he played. Okay, yeah, must be just confirming it in a flashback. Okay, just to alleviate any doubt. So that must have been a good. That's probably the last memory of his dad that he has, actually, isn't it?
Details are few, but you can be sure we no longer possess the technological advantage. Success.
Okay, yeah. So they're at a disadvantage now. We've got to be their skill that defines them.
Half of you will make the cut.
You know, I said Hangman, he reminds me of Maverick, but I think he actually reminds me of Iceman a bit more.
Are legendary. And he's considered to be one of the finest pilots this program has ever produced.
And it's the guy from the bar last night.
Call sign, Maverick.
Of course, he's got to have an American flag behind him.
I'm assuming you know the book, inside and out.
Damn right.
Yeah,
Damn straight.
you got it.
So does your enemy.
Yeah, that's true. He's going to be a real unconventional teacher, isn't he?
You gonna wash me out?
That'll be up to you, not me.
Yeah, he's already seeing that there's tension here. Or does he think there's favoritism here? That could cause some friction and drama if everyone else thinks there's favoritism when there actually isn't.
Good morning, aviators. This is your captain speaking. Welcome to basic fighter maneuvers.
Yeah, so he's still getting to fly, of course.
Do not go below the hard deck of 5,000 feet. Working as a team, you have to shoot me down.
But he's setting these parameters, don't go below 5,000. But, you know, if someone does, what is his response going to be? Because he did the exact same in the first film.
Nothing on the radar up ahead. He must be somewhere behind us.
He's coming straight up from below, yeah. He's like a wild card just flying directly at them, isn't he?
Rooster just saved your life, fellas, but it's gonna cost him. Not this time, old man.
Okay, seems like Rooster and Mav have a bit of banter now. Yeah, maybe this exercise will actually bring them closer.
Oh shit!
Oh, so he broke the hard line. That was like 3K. It was 5K. The limit, wasn't it?
And now you know a little something about Rooster.
Yeah, he was ready to give himself up. It seemed like he's got some integrity.
How's about we tell everybody Bob stands for something other than Robert? I mean,
Don't take the bait, Bob. Want to know why we call him Hangman?
oh, wait, I got it. Baby on board.
That's pretty good, actually.
You're out, Phoenix.
Son of a bitch! Let's go, man. Let's see what you got. Come get me.
Yeah, pushing each other to the limits. But Mav's got the experience. Is he going to pull out some maneuvers?
How close am I? Phoenix!
I'm dead, dickhead.
See you in the afterlife, Bagman.
Where is he? Where is he? That's a kill.
Yeah. Already got him.
I got you, Omaha. Damn it.
So he's got all of them.
So what's the story with you and Maverick? It seems like he's got you a little rattled.
It's none of your business. Now, where the hell is he? Been here the whole time.
Yeah, just right there with them. Is he gonna do
See me now?
the Polaroid again?
What is with these two?
You can bail out anytime. How low you want to go, Rooster? I can go as low as you.
Yeah, they're both spiraling. Okay, I thought before when they were like talking, it sounded like a bit of banter. Yeah. Obviously the metaphor there. Your stretch is gonna run us into the ground. How low are you supposed to go? All of these double entendres.
That's a kill. Not enough.
So Rooster had the chance there, but he didn't take it. He kind of bottled it. Okay.
But if you get kicked out, you leave us flying with Hangman. Talk to me. What the hell was that?
They don't want to be. They don't trust Hangman, just like they didn't trust Maverick.
He pulled my application in the Naval Academy. Set me back 4 years.
Oh, really? Was he scared after what happened to Goose? He didn't want that to happen to him? He was trying to protect him, maybe?
We're talking about the best fighter pilots on the planet, Captain.
And they've been told that their entire career, while they've been dropping bombs from a high altitude with little to no dogfighting.
Yeah, they don't have any dogfighting experience, and you can see that because they all got killed by Maverick.
And how to strike the target.
And how to come home.
Yeah, he cares about their safety too. After losing Goose, he wants to save as many people as he can, right?
Man, the legend. There he is.
No. Next to him. He look familiar to you?
Yeah. They're all gonna piece it together.
I don't sail boats, Penny. I land on them.
It's sort of like raising the flaps on an airplane.
Funny seeing him like out of his depths here, because everywhere else is so confident in his plane, but he doesn't know what he's doing here at all. That is a huge wheel, isn't it? I know sailing you have the big wheels, but that is like your whole wingspan. Guess it gives you more leverage.
Don't give me that look.
What look?
That one.
It is funny, I wonder why they decided to go with Penny, because she does seem to just be kind of filling the same role as what Charlie would have been, this kind of old romance. They have a bit of history, it seems, maybe it's something to do with the actress or something.
They were designed to protect the skies above, not the canyon below.
Oh, so they're going to fly through the canyon?
On the day, your altitude will be 100 feet.
They're really setting up this mission. I love that where you get to know exactly what the kind of mission is. They're going through this canyon, they got to drop the bomb, they got to fly straight up afterwards, essentially. So we know kind of all the parameters, and then once you have the mission set up, things can go wrong, go off mission, and it builds the tension. That's really good, yeah. There's only 4 people from here coming in, aren't they? So my guess is it's got to be Rooster, Hangman, Phoenix, and then one more, maybe Bob or Coyote. Not sure who the last one would be.
The tighter the turns, the more intensely the force of gravity on your body multiplies.
Yeah, the G-forces. And they got to do this through a canyon as well. That's crazy. So this one, they don't have a floor, they have a ceiling of 300 feet.
Copy, increase the speed!
Oh, shit!
But you gotta have those reaction times, and that pushes them over and that's them dead.
You didn't communicate with your team.
I was focusing on
One that their family will accept at the funeral.
Yeah. And of course, Mav knows exactly what it's like having to tell it to a family.
Well, I flew as fast as I could. Kind of like my ass depended on it.
And you put your team in danger and your wingman's dead.
Yeah, exactly. But this is a training exercise, but in an actual mission, he's just got 2 people killed.
He's the only one who made it to the target.
A minute late. He gave enemy aircraft time to shoot him down.
So Rooster doesn't go fast enough. Hangman goes too fast.
In an F-18.
It's not the plane, sir. It's the pilot.
Exactly.
Yo, yeah.
No offense intended.
Yet somehow, you always manage.
I really like Bob.
That's no time to be thinking about the past.
Yeah, he's too hung up on it.
I can't be the only one that knows that Maverick flew with his old man.
That's enough.
Or that Maverick was flying when his old man...
Lieutenant,
Oh, yeah, of course.
He's not cut out for this mission.
it's enough.
You know it. You know I'm right.
Oh, he's such an asshole, isn't he? And now everyone knows if they didn't before.
There's nothing else they can do. Even speaking is painful now.
Are we actually going to get to see Val Kilmer? Get to see Ice? It's great to see how close they are now, you know, with their rivalry before. Because he had, was it throat cancer in real life? And they said it's come back, so basically the same, right? I know they use the AI voice, but I don't know how much he can actually speak in real life. Oh wow, so he has to like type it out, really?
I hoped he'd forgive me.
You gotta learn to be real concise, don't you?
Don't ask me to send someone else to die, please don't.
Oh yeah, if Rooster goes in and dies, like, he would never forgive himself, would he? Time to let go. That phrase coming up again. I think they're doing a really good job of incorporating stuff from the previous films, like little phrases like that. But the thing is, Rooster needs to let go as well. Because Rooster's still holding that grudge.
If I send him on this mission, he might never come home. And if I don't send him, he'll never forgive me.
So you gotta send him and make sure he does come home. Teach him as the best that you can.
The kid needs Maverick. That's why I fought for you.
Is this the AI voice that I'm hearing, or is that his actual voice, like the state of his voice at the moment? Oh, here we go. Is this... Oh no, they're playing rugby. It must be American football, not rugby, right? It's a great song as well. That's the bit everyone goes crazy for, right? I'm glad it's not just all songs from the previous film, you know? They are throwing in a few more modern ones. See, look, a bit of trust there, maybe?
Who's winning?
I think they stopped keeping score a while ago.
But, you know, it's just building the camaraderie, isn't it?
Every available minute matters.
Yes, sir.
So why are we out here playing games?
You said to create a team, sir.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. I am worried if we're gonna... I feel like we are gonna lose someone. I'm not sure. We kind of have 5 contenders for this 4-man mission, you know? It's Rooster, Hangman, Phoenix. They seem like shoo-ins for me. But then kind of Bob and Coyote. I feel like they might kill off one of those, or one of them dies during the mission. Because there's only 4 spots on this team, you know, and I don't think Mav is actually going to fly in the final mission at all, but maybe I'm wrong. Is he just envisioning this? This seems like, or is it supposed to be a flashback? I can't really tell Tom's age if they've tried to like de-age him there, but it could have been like, you know, just 1 or 2 years ago. Okay, so this did actually happen. Okay.
You and Amelia, you seem a lot closer than when I last saw you.
Yeah.
How do you manage?
Oh, he's going to use this advice for Rooster as well, maybe?
I guess I realized I also had to trust her. Let her make some of her own mistakes sometimes.
And when you like trust your kid like that, when they see that you trust them, it gives them more confidence as well, doesn't it?
I pulled his papers from the Naval Academy. Took years off his career.
Yeah, he was just trying to protect him at first, wasn't he? But that was a mistake.
Mother never wanted him to fly, not after what happened to Goose.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He will always resent me for what I did. Why should he resent her too?
He's taking all of the blame.
I was trying to be the father he lost.
I'm surprised that the resentment comes from him holding off the papers, and the resentment doesn't come from the death, like him blaming the death. I actually quite like that though. Because we know the death was never Mav's fault anyway.
Is he ready now?
It feels like, yeah, he's like 90% of the way there. She's right there looking at him. Yeah.
Just don't break her heart again.
Oh, yeah, I thought she might have heard it.
We have 1 week left to focus on phase 2. It's the most difficult stage of the mission. It's a pop-up.
It's the pull-up, yeah. The steep dive, then the pull-up.
On final approach, you'll invert directly into a steep dive.
Oh, they're gonna go upside down as well.
Is an impact point less than 3 meters wide.
Oh yeah, so it's tiny.
The first pair will breach the reactor by dropping a laser-guided bomb on an exposed ventilation hatch.
Okay. Might be like Star Wars, the ventilation hatch.
The second team will deliver the kill shot.
So one's like blowing open the hole and one's putting in the bomb. Okay. One's doing the kill shot.
A steep climb at that speed, you're pulling at least 8 Gs.
9, minimum.
9? Oh, wow.
Airframe is 7.5.
That's the accepted limit. To survive this mission, you'll pull beyond that.
Yeah, gotta push things, of course.
Fighting with everything you have just to keep from blacking out.
Yeah, because it's just draining all the blood from your head, basically, isn't it? The gravity.
You'll climb straight up into enemy radar while losing all of your airspeed. Within seconds, you'll be fired upon by enemy SAMs.
That's when they gotta get into a dogfight, basically. Were those CG? That looked like it was CG, those birds. I don't know. Something seemed unnatural about that.
Huh? Wait, who's that?
Is Mav out here as well?
It's Maverick.
What the hell is he doing here?
He's gonna be chasing them while they're doing it as well, because you never know what's gonna happen in the actual mission.
What do you do?
Continue. We're close. Stay on target.
We're swinging around to the north. Stand by for pop-up.
Be ready on that laser, Bob.
Copy. I'm up.
Okay, so they're in a two-man one, so Bob is doing the laser and Phoenix is going, so maybe they could all, it's 4 planes, so it's not necessarily 4 people. Okay, so they could all be on the mission. What happens if they pass out during a training exercise as well? Coyote is fully passed out, okay.
I'm going after him.
How can he save him though?
Get me toned. Step out of it, Coyote. Come on, come on.
Oh, just the ringing, hope to wake him up. It looks like he's coming to a bit. Yeah, of course, he made it. They need to do some like G-force training, maybe one of those big spinny things that, you know, the astronauts do. Oh shit, who was that? Was that Phoenix hit? Phoenix and Bob?
Throttling back, shutting off fuel to left engine, extinguishing fire.
No fire, don't stop!
Throttling up.
I was just about to say she looks like she knows what she's doing all the right things, but maybe not.
Damn it!
Engine fire right.
Extinguishing right engine.
They got eject, but they're spiraling so much. They might eject downwards or something. Wow. Even a little thing like that, just birds. Birds was the issue there. You know, that's such a variable that you can't control.
Trust your instincts. Don't think, just do. You think up there, you're dead. Believe.
Yeah, that's what's holding him back, isn't it? He needs to trust his instinct more.
My dad believed in you. I'm not gonna make the same mistake.
Maverick.
Is he going to be reprimanded for this as well? Oh, ice. Wow. It's just one thing after another for them. Oh, and all of the younger ones are here too. Yeah, they went from this rivalry to this great friendship, and that's got to happen to Hangman and Rooster as well, right?
I can only imagine what you must be feeling right now.
Oh, does he think he's compromised for the mission?
Well, it was your job to get them ready.
So they have to believe that this mission can be flown.
Would Maverick even be able to pull off the mission? Like, could he take a plane and show them, like, this is what you have to do, and proving that it's possible?
I don't know what to do.
Gotta break the rules like he always does.
Time to target is now 4 minutes. You'll be entering the valley level at reduced speed. not to exceed 420 knots.
Oh, so it makes the mission so much easier.
It'll be a little harder to keep your laser on target, but you will avoid the high G climb out.
Be sitting ducks for enemy missiles.
So yeah, they've changed the parameters, but...
Who the hell is that?
Mav's doing it. He's... yeah, of course he is. Of course he is.
Setting time to target, 2 minutes, 15 seconds.
He's gonna do it in 2:15. Can he hold up on the climb with all the G-forces? You know, he's older now. There's gotta be even more stress, not even more stress on your body, but it's gonna be harder on your body with your age. He's not like in the perfect physical condition that some of the rest of them are. Oh, you can just see how fast he's going, the way the landscape's like zooming past him, yeah. Oh, and you see how his face is like drooping from the G-force a bit there, yeah. But you know, this is just proving he can do it in time. There's still the factor of maybe people see, follow. He's got to land the bomb, you know. That's so, you know, got to invert, then immediately lock on target. It's such a difficult mission. They've done a great job selling how difficult the mission is. Yeah, it was.
Holy shit!
And he survived the G's as well. But is this just gonna... Are they just gonna say, well, you should fly the mission then? You've proved that you can do it.
Payback and Fanboy. Phoenix and Bob.
And your wingman?
Rooster.
Yes, Rooster. So he's actually flying it then, because he's picking his wingman.
Reserve role that's required.
Hey, yeah, Hangman's not gonna like that, is he?
This will knock out their runway.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, give them a bit more support.
Your time to target will be 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's still 2 minutes 30, not the increase 4.
This is what you've all been training for.
So is Hangman on the mission to destroy those other aircraft? Or is he just sitting on the sidelines? What's he thinking?
Sir!
He's not going to step down, is he? He's so nervous, isn't he? Look at him.
I just want to say...
We'll talk when we get back.
Yeah, I thought he was going to say something along the lines of, you don't have to say anything, you know. I know what you're going to say.
You got this.
I thought he might have also said, make him proud, make Goose proud.
I don't like that look, man.
It's the only look he has.
It's the only one I got. If I don't see you again, Hondo, thank you.
Is Mav gonna go out on this mission? He might give himself up for another person. Like, if it's between him and Rooster, he's not gonna let that happen, is he?
Dagger 2, up and ready.
Support assets airborne.
Mission starting now. There's still around like 40 minutes left. It's gonna be a long mission. It always had to be Rooster as his wingman, right? Because he had Goose as his wingman as well. It just makes perfect sense.
Comanche, Dagger 1, picture.
That is a great shot with them all surrounding him. I do, you know, wonder the technicalities of this, how many aircraft they had while filming, how much is CGI, how much is practical actual aircraft doing their thing. I know Tom likes to do his own stunts. Does he know how to fly at all? And you gotta make sure none of them slow down when they're going through this valley.
More SAMs, 3 o'clock high!
He looked like he was panicking there a bit.
Got 2 minutes to target. Copy, we're a few seconds behind, Rooster, we gotta move.
Yeah, Rooster's holding back again. They look so weird flying through the air like that, I don't know. Rooster needs to calm down. He's not increasing his speed.
Tomahawk impact in 3, 2.
Mav needs to talk to Rooster. Oh, that bridge as well. They got to fly through that bridge. Did they know that that was there?
If we don't increase our speed right now, those bandits are gonna be waiting for us when we reach the target.
Come on, Rooster.
Talk to me, Dad.
Talk to me, Goose. Talk to me, Dad. Oh, that's great with the reflections.
Jesus, Rooster, not that fast.
Yeah, that was going over the top.
All right, now hit your target and come home.
Alright, the worst bit is the climb and the kind of dogfight after, because after that they're obviously in range of the SAMs. It's completely different when it's actually in the mission though, and there's like actual ground there for you to crash into. Look, it's affecting her visibility, yeah.
Come on, Bob, come on. Stand by! I've got...
There we go, Bob. That's the climb, and it's up to Rooster to make the killing blow. Oh, Bob's out.
Boy, where's my laser? Rooster, there's something wrong with his laser! Shit.
Oh, he's gonna have to eyeball it.
Got time, pull it away! Bombs away, bombs away!
That looks good. Yeah, you did it. Just eyeballed it. Wow, look at that, yeah.
Miracle number 2.
Now they're in coffin corner.
And Hangman's actually supportive as well, yeah. He's not as jealous as I thought he'd be. And they've got these 2 others coming in too, so there's going to be a dogfight in a sec. But that was so close to him, wasn't it? How do they get out of this? Do they have to fly back through that valley or what? This is just like a scramble. They couldn't have done something to take out the SAMs, could they?
Rooster, evade!
He's got to evade them. Oh, look at that. Mav's hit, yeah, of course.
Dagger 1 is hit! I repeat,
It was always going to be Mav for Rooster, wasn't it?
Come on, come in! I didn't see a parachute! We have to circle back!
No, they can't. They no way they can circle back.
Dagger spare, request permission to launch and fly air cover.
Yeah. Send Hangman in.
With bandits in here.
Look, sir, Maverick is still out there.
We are not losing anyone else today.
We still don't know. He could have survived that, couldn't he?
Repeat.
Is he going to break the rule, though?
Rooster, those bandits are closing.
No, he's going to go in and save him, isn't he? Yeah, he's still out there somewhere. What can he do, though? He's got to just survive in the wilderness like this. Someone's disobeyed orders, haven't they? Yeah, okay, who is it? There's no way Hangman got out there in time. That's gotta be Rooster. Yeah. But then he's in range. That looked really bad as well. That looked worse than... Oh, he did eject. Somewhere random in the forest though. Can we lose... Oh, he's completely fine. We're not... Yeah, we can't lose 2 Bradshaws.
What the hell were you even thinking?
You told me not to think!
We're fighting over who saved each other's life. So mission's a complete success then? Apart from them having to find a way back now. Oh, they're gonna see if there's any planes alive. See if there's any planes that survive that and steal them. How do you even take off though, you know?
An F-14?
I shot down 3 MiGs on one of those.
Yeah, can it fly? Does it have fuel? Like, what condition it's in?
Okay.
He actually does look quite a lot like Goose, especially just then. Yeah, just blend in. There's so much chaos here. No one's gonna notice them, are they?
Stow the ladder.
Of course, they bringing back the old the aircraft from the last film. They're tying in a lot of things without making it feel like too fan servicey, you know? Sometimes it can be a bit too much, but it all feels pretty natural. Does that mean those missiles are armed?
Oh my god. This thing is so old.
Is Mav gonna at one point call him Goose? Because he's back there just like Goose was. He's gonna say, "Talk to me, Goose," or something, isn't he?
Both runways are cratered. How are we gonna get this museum piece in the air?
You're just gonna have to go for it, don't think.
This is a very short taxiway, Mav.
You just hang on.
It's just the only one that you can use. They're gonna have to use it as a runway. And then there's that shot. You can see there's this building at the end they've got to get through.
Come on.
Is he gonna go through the middle sideways?
Holy shit.
Oh, of course, yeah. Break the wheels off. I thought he was gonna, like, you know, go up and go through that gap between them.
Can't be. It can't be.
I was worried maybe they'd think they're an enemy or something, but it seems they know.
If they knew who we were, we'd be dead already. Well?
I'm gonna try and talk to them though. They're saying they don't have comms.
Can we outrun these guys?
Not their missiles and guns.
Oh, is he gonna do the old brake maneuver, you know?
Then it's a dogfight.
An F-14 against 5th gen fighters.
Old school against the new. Yeah, not the plane, the pilot. His reaction. That's one down already, yeah. Simple as that.
What do you see? Smoke in the air! Smoke in the air! Smoke in the air! Hang on!
What's he doing? Oh, wow, good. That was a great maneuver, yeah, get it to hit the other guy.
You got him, man! You got him! Taking a shot!
Oh, look at that maneuver, yeah. It's what he hasn't even seen before or something. That was kind of like his old brake maneuver, you know, where it flies past when you brake super quick. Yeah, get low.
He's still on us!
That's great. Go like right past that waterfall, getting the splashes.
Oh, damn it!
Not too much damage though.
Holy shit!
I love Rooster's reactions.
Damn!
How many missiles do they actually have? Oh, it's only guns.
We're last.
33, yeah, barely any.
Come on, Maverick.
Oh yeah, that looks good. That looks right in the engines. Do they have any way to communicate with?
Outstanding.
Oh yeah, okay, got the radio.
He's on our nose.
Oh, there's another one.
That was close! We're out of flares, Mav!
They're out of everything now, really, aren't they? Only way to beat him is to get him to crash, maybe?
Ah, this is not good!
If they can do a nosedive towards the water and pull up in time and that guy can't pull up. Or someone's gonna come in and help. Did Hangman get in the air? He's been out of action this whole third act, you know.
The handle, eject! It's not working!
Oh, the ejection seat's gone. Of course, it's this old. Something had to stop working. Are we gonna lose both of them?
Sorry, guys.
Yes, of course, of course. Who was it? The Hangman or Bob or...
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it had to be Hangman. I love his helmet as well because Hangman is missing the A's, but it's like the game Hangman.
See you back on deck.
Yeah, they've got the radio up now running so they can communicate and say, hey, we're coming to land, we're not an enemy. But they don't have their landing gear still, actually. So it might be a bit of a janky landing, but it'll be fine. Of course, a flyby.
Please Please don't tell me we lost an engine.
All right, I won't tell you that.
I thought Hangman would actually have a bigger role in this, actually. This one focused a lot less on the romance. Like, it's still here, but it's a bit more of a backseat than it took from the first one. The first film was almost kind of a romance film more than it was an action film, but this one, it definitely feels more like an action one, doesn't it? I don't know that much info about the actor who played Goose. Is he still alive? Because I feel like some of this might hit harder if that actor was dead in real life, but I'm not sure. Okay, so that was Top Gun Maverick. That was really great, really kind of streamlined, simple story, but works really well. Just kind of pure high octane action. I think, you know, there isn't anything here that is like mind-blowing. It's changing the way I see cinema, but it's just taken this kind of action format and it's just like streamlined it down to perfection and made a really, really solid movie. This is like the standard that all action kind of movies should be held to, you know? It's got great action, it's got some great emotion in here, a little bit of romance thrown in, it all just blends really well. And then the characters here are really great as well. You know, I'd heard people say this was a character study on Maverick, and I actually think it's not quite. It's almost, I'd say the focus is more really on Maverick and Rooster and their relationship after what happened with Goose, and of course Maverick kind of holding him back, them kind of overcoming their rivalry, learning to trust each other towards the end, which was really great to see. I mean, that's really what the heart of this movie is, and of course half of that is Maverick, but Rooster plays a big part in this as well. And I was actually surprised how little a part Hangman plays, just because I had heard about Glenn Powell in this role, so I assumed he just had a bigger role than he did, because there's been a lot of hype for him after this, people saying he should be playing Johnny Storm, he should be playing this role in the MCU, whatever. This gave him a lot of hype, it seemed. Of course, this is one of these legacy sequels that we always get that does bank on kind of nostalgia and the brand name, and I think this handled it really well. You know, obviously there are elements from the previous film that they're bringing over, they're extending some of the storylines with what's happening with Rooster, and we're also getting like the old plane, the F-14 at the end there, which I think tied in quite naturally. You know, it is a bit fan servicey, but you just kind of go along with it. You're so into it, you're just like, yes, give me this plane, give me the F-14, give me this final dogfight. You know, there's kind of like baity nostalgia bait, that's the term, isn't it? There's this nostalgia bait that's like when they're only doing things for the sake of it, for the nostalgia, and then there's nostalgia where it ties in naturally with the story and actually works in the context of the story, and I think everything here works. You know, we have some of the songs from before, obviously, and we have recreations of like the beach scene. This one was actually American football, whatever they were playing. I thought it was volleyball for some reason because it's volleyball in the first film, but they do bring back a lot of these elements, and it's more just kind of homages than it is like taking exact things from the previous film. And I do think I prefer this one to the first one, even though this is built on the back of the first one. You know, you need that foundation there. I think you probably could have gone into this blind, like the only real thing you need explained is everything that happened with Goose, and they have that flashback montage to explain it to the audiences that haven't seen the first, don't they? But I think I prefer this one just because we have some more modern filmmaking with the action and the fight scenes. I think they were a bit easier to follow than the previous film, and I like the focus on action on this one, because the previous film, it focused a lot on the romance, and that obviously wasn't here as much. Obviously Charlie wasn't in this film. They had this new character Penny, which she kind of filled the role of Charlie anyway. Like if you just swap the actresses and said she was Charlie it would have filled the exact same role, wasn't it? I'm guessing they wanted Jennifer Connelly and not the other actress, or they couldn't get her for some reason, so they had to go with this. The first film, we did focus a lot on the romance, which was really great. Yeah, it was, but it felt more like a romance movie with some action character stuff inside, and this felt more like an action movie that was very character focused, that had a bit of romance on the side. I feel like you could have even done without the romance in this, really. There are some points where it does feel like just a little bit tacked on, actually. I don't think that side plot was as interesting as everything else, and I really liked the mission here, how they set up this like specific parameter for the mission, because you know it's not going to go to plan, but they set up this parameter that you fly through this trench, you drop the bomb, you fly out, and you do the climb, and then you have a dogfight. You know, they set that up perfectly so the audience knew exactly what to expect going into that third act. There was just great setup for that final sequence for the third act, and then when things go wrong and, you know, Mav and Rooster are lost in the woods and they have to find their way back out, it all works so well. You know, whenever they tell you the plan beforehand, you know the plan's not gonna go to plan. But I was expecting maybe one of the missiles to miss and someone have to circle back round or something, but it was actually the escape where things started to go wrong, because the actual plan kind of went off without a hitch. It was the escape, the rise, and it was just like when Mav and obviously Rooster crashed, and that was great, putting them in this life and death situation where they kind of have to trust each other. That's the perfect way to build the trust between them, because they've got no other choice. It's that or die. You know, it's let the ego win or die. Like, that's the two options. And I think by that point, their relationship had bettered itself by then. You know, maybe if they were in that life and death situation at the start of the film, would it have gone as well? Maybe not. They might not have had that trust between them. And I really liked that kind of first scene here, the whole Mach 10 thing. You know, it was kind of beside the point of the rest of the film, but it was a great introduction, bringing back Mav's character, you know, introducing him to a new audience. We see he's a bit of a hothead, he's pushing things to the limit, he reaches his Mach 10 and then pushes past it. But it was also just this really beautiful moment. We have Hans Zimmer doing the score, of course, he's always amazing, and it was just this really beautiful moment, beautifully shot. I love those just still shots of the landscape and you just have the plane like flying through it. That was really cool. That first scene was really, really great. And I think like the first, they never say who the enemy is, but it's very obviously like supposed to be Russia. I think especially here, you know, you see the terrain, they're in this snowy area, it's to do with nuclear stuff. Like, yeah, it's Russia. Like, they're kind of beating around the bush, and I'm glad they don't fully just say, you know, we're fighting Russia, because it doesn't age the film as much as well. You know, if there's a film and the enemy is like Vietnam, you know, well, this film is set during this time period where we had all this, where America had all this conflict with Vietnam, but because they keep it ambiguous, it helps the movie age better. Okay, so I think that's all I have to say for that one. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, consider leaving a like or a comment. And if you really loved it, be sure to subscribe so you can keep up to date for all of the future uploads. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.